guys, it is KupkakeSimmer. Today we're going to be building a suburban home. I was just looking on Google for reference pictures and I found a picture that I really liked. So we based just the front of the house off of that because that's all you could see in the picture. But I tried to stay pretty true to that reference picture. I think I did a decent job. The color scheme is definitely very much different, but the overall structure remains essentially the same. In the picture, the home was more of like browns and earth tones, whereas this home is black and white on the outside, so pretty different, I guess, if you were to look at them side by side, but the structure remains the same. And that's a lot of like what drew me to that reference picture, especially the roofing. So as you can see what I just did with that part of the roof, it's almost like not an A-frame home, but I really like how it just kind of blends in with that top floor wall, that top floor's wall, how it almost just kind of integrates with the roof. I really like that, and I think it looks really nice, and that was really the main reason why I chose that reference picture. So yeah. And then here I was just kind of figuring out the back of the home because the reference picture didn't have that, so just trying to figure that out on my own. And then we expanded it a little bit forward, trying to make sure the roof lined up properly, and it looked seamless, or attempting to be seamless, although that roof on the right side is a little bit, the pitch is a little bit different, just so it would blend in properly. And then back here we're gonna do a sunroom at some point, which I think that's really my favorite room of the house. I love, like, I don't know what it is about them. I really love doing sunrooms. I think they're so, I don't know, they're like a little happy space, and I feel like I can imagine, like, I don't know, like reading in that room, or like, oh, what would be so nice is if it's like a really rainy day and if the sunroom is like temperature controlled, just like curling up on like a little sofa in that room and like reading a book, or like having soup or something. I don't know, I feel like that would be really nice. Anyway, so in that entryway you could see me struggling to try to figure out where I was going to put those stairs. I had them kind of like wraparound stairs, which ever since we got that update I've been a little bit obsessed with wraparound stairs. So I was trying to do that again and it just was not working at all. So we switched that around, and then the floor plan originally that I had was not working either, so that just got changed as well. Just because it, like, there was no place for me to put those stairs, and then upstairs when I was trying to figure out how the floor plan was going to work around like a landing area and whatnot, it just was not fitting at all. So that got switched around, and this entire floor plan that I'm doing upstairs is going to change completely. I just didn't like how I didn't like the hallway area. I didn't know how I was going to actually, that floor plan wasn't that bad, but I didn't like it at the time, and honestly I think the floor plan that I went with is better. But yeah, I was trying to figure out how to make a better hallway landing area and how to allow for each room to be accessed through the hallway, not through another room, because that's the problem I was coming across, was that I would like put a floor plan together and then I was like, you would have to walk through someone else's bedroom to get to your bedroom, and that is a little strange. So I ended up just removing all of that, putting the the staircase in a different direction. And then we're gonna put a little balcony outside, which allowed for the floor plan to just kind of go better, or like flow better. And I like that there's a balcony outside. I think that it's a nice little space as well. And then here I was trying to figure out whether or not I was going to do half walls or a fence, because for roofing like this, or like having a balcony that's right next to a roof, you can't add a fence. You can't see how like I was trying right there kind of to put a fence right next to that roof, and it won't place. So I ended up just kind of going with both, but mainly fencing, which I think looks better and more open, and I think it blends better with the home. And then here I was trying to put in, I don't know what that's called, but like a little border between the two floors. I think it makes for a little bit more finished look on that side. I think it looks nice. And then here we were just doing the outside colors for the home. Again, like I said, they're black and white, which I think looks nice. And then here we're using the get together columns, which are my absolute favorite columns to use ever in the entire game. They are the best thing EA has ever added to this game, or at least columns wise. Just because for the siding that's in the game that has little like edge pieces, they just never work for me. They don't work how I want them to. I feel like they're not as customizable, and so I just use the regular siding and put in the columns, and that way it's just like I can basically do whatever I want. And it just flows better. And then here we're just doing windows. I think all I used was Seasons windows, except for the windows in the kitchen, which are just base game, which take me forever to find sometimes, because there's another window in what is it? Cottage Living. In Cottage Living, that it's like the singular version of that window that looks so similar. And so every time I go looking for the 2 square window, I always find the 1 square window, and I'm thinking, oh yeah, that's the window. No, it's not. It is not the same window at all. It's very different. Or at least in the context of me trying to find it, it's very different. And then here we're just adding some more columns to make sure there's support for the home. And now we're putting in some flooring, just the wood flooring, which I think it looks nice. It's almost a little bit more, what's the right word for it? Like ornamental, not ornamental, I don't even know if that's a word. More like fancy flooring, I don't know. That you'd see in a more traditional home, but honestly, I think it looks really nice in even more like modernized homes. I think I love that flooring so much. Anyhow, so now we're just putting in these are temporary lights, is how I think of them. They're temporary lights just because I will change them. I think they look good right now for just making sure that I can actually see what's going on in the room, but then once I start putting in furniture, those will change. And then here I was putting in a little channel for a fireplace. I didn't want it to just go straight into a wall. I just didn't feel like it looked right to me, and I wanted that to have a little channel. And then here I was putting in a little, like a toilet closet basically. Just because the bathroom was so big, I feel like it looks strange almost to have the toilet in the middle of such a big room. It's like you're so vulnerable. you're so vulnerable in a huge room and no, it just doesn't feel right to me. It doesn't look great to me. And then here we're doing the kitchen. It's a decently small kitchen, which I don't love. I wish it was a little bit bigger, but I think it turns out nice anyhow. And then I had a door that was going into the dining room, which it's gonna be in that front room right there, but it just wasn't working with the little island that I put in, and I wanted there to be little bar stools, not chairs, little bar stools there, which I thought those would go nicely there, but just without the door. And then I was putting out some little decorative items, just kind of going through that and finding different things. And then I found that little fire poker, which I've never seen in this game before. I've been playing this game pretty much since it came out. Never seen that before. So that was kind of fun to find. And then I put in like some little cabinetry as well on the side, or like by where the door is. Like a little pantry area almost, I can imagine. And then here, I found this picture here, that I've also never seen before, but I really liked it, so that went in there. And now we're doing the dining room, and I've been using a lot of Dream Home Decorator lately, just because I only recently got it. I know it's been out for a hot minute, but I just got it pretty recently, so I've been really enjoying using those items. And then here we're doing a little, almost like a center console, but for like plates and dishes and whatnot. And then we're gonna put a little mirror behind it, and I think it looks nice. I did it in another home that I've built. There's no video for that home, but it is on the gallery under my origin ID, which is just the same name as the channel name, and I'll put it in the description. But yeah, the house is Blue Bungalow, I think. But I tried to film a video for that house, and oh, that's my chair squeaking. I tried to film a video for that house, and I think it took me 4.5 hours to build. I thought I was filming, and went to stop recording, and OBS just it started buffering, and then it freaked out on me, stopped the recording and saved it. I thought, okay, that was kind of weird. Went to check the recording. It only recorded 1 hour and 20 minutes of it, and the frame rate was absolutely trash, and I thought, well, can't use that. But I loved the house anyway, so I uploaded it, and I tried to kind of implement certain things about that house that I liked in this house. So like the center console and the sunroom, which is my favorite room, like I said, and the balcony upstairs. Those were kind of the three that I tried to implement different aspects and almost copy what I'd done in Blue Bungalow. But I think they meshed well, and they went well with this home as well. And then here I was just trying to do the living room, add some lights. I didn't realize until I was trying to put lights in these rooms that I feel like the lights in Sims 4 aren't even that bright. Or at least to my eyes, they weren't I don't know. They weren't super bright, so I had to just add more of them. And then here we were doing the laundry room, which I really liked this room. And then we're gonna have to change it later because I forgot to put in a half bath. And I didn't realize that till later, so that room is going to change. But I don't know, I keep aspects of it. It just definitely doesn't stay the same as it looks right now. And then here I was doing the entryway, pretty simple. There wasn't much to do with that. It was kind of a weird shape, and there were lots of doors and whatnot to fill the space. So yeah, and then here I was just putting some decorations on the little coffee table that I thought looked nice. And I found a little salt shaker that I forgot even existed, and I put those in the kitchen. I thought though that it looked really nice. So yeah, and then here we're doing the master bath, which is huge, by the way. This master bath is luxurious. It is ginormous. I think it's even bigger than the master bedroom, which is interesting. I feel like that would be kind of weird to have your bathroom be bigger than your bedroom, but it's a nice bathroom. What can I say? It's fancy. Yeah, so then here we're just adding some little laundry baskets, plant, picture. Trying to find, yeah, I was trying to find like that specific picture, or at least there's I think 3 color swatches that are those little plants. So I was trying to find one of them. Didn't matter to me, I guess, which one, but I liked that one the best. I think it fit there pretty well. So now we're moving on to the master bedroom. Again, like I said, it's not the biggest, so I was trying to figure out how to fit everything that I wanted in the room. Because I had a wardrobe that I'd placed in there as well, and then I wanted just a regular dresser, which I think it looked nice. And then, like I said, the laundry room undergoes a change, so that dresser was short-lived. And then here we're just trying to put in some curtains. I was debating whether or not to go between the eco lifestyle curtains and the seasons curtains. I ended up going with the seasons curtains just because I felt like they looked fuller and just, I don't know, I think they matched better with the aesthetic of the home. If you don't agree, you can change them. Anyway, so then here I was changing the walls. I think the crown molding for me, I think just elevates it. I think it adds more and just looks better, at least for this home. I think it looked better for the aesthetic that I was trying to go for. I liked it more. Oh, and then here, my favorite room, the sunroom. I think it just, I don't know, I love it. I love it so much. I like that you can just see like the shadows of the windows, and there's so much light in here, and with a little rocking chair and whatnot, and the easel. I just, I don't know, I love this room. I feel like I could spend, if I lived in this home, I would spend so much time in that room, especially in like fall when it's like raining and whatnot. Oh, the dream. And then here I was just putting in another lamp because I felt like it was a little too dark for my liking, so I wanted to just brighten it up. And then we're putting in more lights upstairs as well, and then the balcony, pretty simple, just those two items. But I think it looks nice. And then here we're doing the office space. It's the only office and like only computer in the house. But I don't know, I think it looks cute. I think it looks nice. And I put in a little, I put in a treadmill. I don't know why I couldn't think of the word. I think that went well too. So here we're doing the bathrooms, and it was about here. This is where I realized that there was no half bath down below. And I mean, you can see this is sped up, and that was a hot minute that I was kind of looking at it. So I think probably in real time it was about 30 seconds of me looking at that and just going, are you joking me right now? Are you kidding? I forgot. But we remedied it. It was fine. It wasn't the end of the world, but it was definitely like I'm gonna deal with that later moment. And I did. So yeah, we're just doing the bathrooms for the kids' bedrooms up here. At first I thought there were, in my head, because as I build, I try to plan out and think of who's living here, what are their hobbies, what are they like, who are they as a person. And at first I was thinking, okay, we're gonna have like the teenage girl bedroom, and then we're gonna have like twin boys, their bedroom, and trying to think of like their hobbies and whatnot. And as I was building the teen girl, she just kind of became more clear to me of like she's very much into fashion, singing, acting, very like performance and outgoing kind of person. And then as I was doing the younger kids' bedrooms, I really enjoyed the idea of them actually being a twin boy and a twin girl. I don't know, I liked that idea better, and having him be more like into science and sports, but definitely leaning more towards like science and like nerdy kind of little kid. And then her being very much like a tomboy, very into video games, into doing like scouts and things like that. So it's definitely, I feel like building with Sims and with a personality in mind is more fun, and it allows you to really, like, I don't know, I think through building and through doing that, you kind of realize more about the person. I don't know if that makes sense, but for me, it makes perfect sense. Anyhow, so I was just going in and editing putting in the laundry baskets first, because I did want to keep the laundry room. Yeah, I definitely wanted to keep it, but then I thought, okay, well, we need to put in a half bath. That only makes sense. How are we going to implement it? So originally I was going to do a 2-square laundry room, and I thought that's weird and kind of small. Maybe not weird, but it was just too small for what I wanted to do. So I ended up making it into almost like a mudroom kind of thing. So you're gonna have to go through the laundry room to get into the bathroom, which I think is fine. And it ended up working out, so I'm okay with it. And looking at it now, I think it almost looks better. Like I do almost like it better now. But I don't know, I liked the big laundry room, but I think it turned out for the best. And then I realized that the girl's bed was half a square away from the wall, which I don't even know how that happened, or how, like, I didn't realize, but I didn't until then. So then now we're just gonna do the backyard. I'm gonna do some fencing, and I've been really into doing hedges for the front recently. I don't know, I feel like it looks better, to me it looks better than just a regular fence or leaving it open. I like the kind of the green contrast, like the green compared to the white and black, the black and white of the house. And then we're just gonna put in a pool here. And at first I was looking at it, I was like, this looks a little too small, so I ended up making it a little bit bigger. And yeah, I think it's a good size pool. I mean, any size pool would be a good size pool. I wish I had a pool. That would be really nice. During the summer, it gets very, very hot. Yeah, so then we're making like a little grill area and some poolside seats, which I think look nice. I think that would be nice to have. And some little lights as well. And then I found this umbrella, which every so often I come across it, but then I forget that it exists until I find it again by accident. So yeah, I thought that would be nice to implement and use. And then I moved everything up a little bit closer to the house because I felt like there was too much space in between the house and the pool and seating area, and there was nothing that I really wanted to, there's nothing else that I really wanted to put into the backyard other than that little garden area, which I thought was nice, but I wasn't going to put it on the paving. I don't know what that would be called, the stone paving. So moved everything up. And then now we're just doing some terrain paint around. And then I like to put in the terrain paint, almost making like a template of like an outline of where I'm going to put my landscaping. I think it makes landscaping easier for me. I used to really hate landscaping, always dreaded it when I would be building, and would really just slap a couple trees down and call it a day. But then I kind of developed a little, not developed, but like I started kind of coming up with my own little way to do landscaping, so it was just easier, and I kind of do it the same way every time, which maybe I should diversify it up a little bit, but I like it this way, so we're gonna stick with it for now. But yeah, I think it looks nice and it works for me, and then we're just gonna put in some rocks and whatnot. But yeah, if you'd like to see, maybe I could do like a let's play and create the family that I think would live here. If you would like to see that, definitely leave a comment down below and let me know what you want to see from me, or just, yeah, anything that you'd like to see, or any suggestions that you have for me, leave a comment. And yeah, that's gonna pretty much wrap up this home. Yeah, so if you liked what you saw, if you liked this house, definitely go download it on the gallery, and then like and subscribe to the channel for more content that'll be coming out, and leave any suggestions down below. So yeah, bye.